This is a discussion on how small organizations can get to low-cost thermal scanning. Solutions for inexpensive, relatively inexpensive. However, these things, as you probably realize, have a basic inaccuracy of 2 Celsius, up to 2 Celsius. These industrial, this is actually a relatively expensive one. These temperature guns range from $15 to all the way to $800. And so this is one of the more expensive ones because it has those two I just showed you, they have a 50 to 1, this 50 to 1 ratio. So those are not inexpensive, but they still have the same problems. However, what we'd like to do is discuss what is the solution to thermal scanning without no touch thermal scanning. So I'm just going to review what has been said so far. First of all, the London School of Tropical Medicine concludes this: only 1 out of 5 passengers, because they don't have a fever yet. After, only 9 will be detected because it takes 5 days to show symptoms for the virus. All right, so now let's start with how it can be made more accurate for the ones that do have a fever. Okay, so what is out there to accurately detect fever? So let's start with this guy here, because he's very, very honest, and he's old enough that he doesn't need to lie to have a successful business. His name is Marcus. This is his company, Movie Firm. Now, in his description, he explains some of the reasons why it really doesn't work. Now, my video is to explain to you how it can be made to work. Okay, so but watch this video, because if you're not familiar with this, you should watch this video to get an understanding. So, what I'm talking about in my video, is tear duct testing, because this is something that has been known to thermographers, people who are industrial thermographers. They know about tear duct testing. Okay. Now, according to thermographers, they use this just to calibrate their industrial thermal camera. Okay, and it says that those are the temperatures. However, okay, we've found through actual tear duct testing that is not the case, because there's a thing called circadian rhythm. Now, every person's temperature actually varies during the day. It is not just one number. It goes up and down. And not all people are the same. Some people have this, some people have that. Okay, so not everybody has the same circadian rhythm. The most important study on temperature circadian rhythm are by the Japanese. The Japanese show there's not just one line. And not only that, but within the several people, there's a range. It varies. It varies at various times, perhaps in the month or the year, but it varies. It is not just one line. It's actually a range. So this poses a problem, because most of these cameras use these non-touch infrared thermometers, just have a set max, with the exception of this one company here. This is the only one that I know of, ThermoScreen. They have, or OptiTherm is a company, they have a system called ThermoScreen, which does take into account compensation for circadian rhythm. Okay, so it compensates for the circadian cycle. However, it is still not good enough for the US FDA. They've been at this for 5 years, and it is still not approved by the US FDA. So currently it's for export only. Also, if you go to the World Health Organization, they have several officials who've stated that it really doesn't work, that this type of device really does not work. However, it gives the false impression that the government is doing something at airports. Now, the